Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the premiere episode of Saturday Night at the Movies podcast. I know it's quite a mouthful if you think about it. You may recognize my voice. I was on a podcast previously, and now I'm doing my own thing. But I'm not alone. With me, as always, my good buddy, Mr. Meathook.
What is up, everybody?
And joining us is our good friend, Cayt.
Hey.
And if you're a indie horror film lover, such as Daryl and myself, you would know Cayt as Satchel the Clown.
Yes.
We're the first victim in American Guinea Pig Bouquet of Guts and Gore.
Yep.
Lots of other stuff.
I was a Death Escort.
1 and 3.
1 and 3.
Yeah. And then KSAD as bitch.
Yep.
So essentially, this is going to cover any movies. Most of these podcasts they follow a niche. And talking with people, I'm like, you know what? There's so much ground to cover. Why narrow it down? So we will be covering all types of horror, action, sci-fi. We have some fantastic comedies that we have planned. I may throw a monkey wrench in there and decide to do a kids movie. I don't know.
Scooby-Doo!
Oh, you took it. You took it.
I say we do it. We'll go for it.
Scooby-Doo. I'm still so mad that they pulled it and they won't tell me when it's coming out now.
Oh, Scoob?
Yeah, Scoob. Which, how do you guys feel about it? So you got some companies that are putting it straight to on-demand or whatever now. Blumhouse kind of kicked it off, I guess, if you will, with Invisible Man and The Hunt. But now Disney is doing it. Disney's doing it a lot quicker now, to where they'll put it on demand, and then a couple weeks later, it's on Disney Plus. But now Sony is getting into it, and I think a few other studios. So, I mean, do you think maybe theaters should kind of like partner up with on demand?
I would think so. I mean, theaters are going under right now. Let's be honest. No one's in them because we're in all this big crazy mess.
Because we're in all this craziness.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that the theaters should do something for it. I know we have like so many streaming services. We don't need that. Mm-hmm. But with that, they've got to do something, figure out some way to stay alive. Otherwise, where are we going to go? Where are we going to see all these movies?
Right. No, that's true, because it seems like everything's either getting delayed or it's pretty much, here you go. Just throw it on streaming service, $20.
We're delayed inevitably. New Mutants.
Just put it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's what
put
I'm saying.
Put it on Disney Plus.
This is the 5th time it's been delayed. Just put that on Disney Plus.
I know.
Put everything on Disney Plus.
Yes. Just what?
All of it. Not Disney.
Black
just
Widow
throw it all in there anyway.
I was like, Black Widow got moved in November. I'm like, screw it, Disney Plus it.
They won't.
Nope. I know they won't.
They still got to make sure that they're making that last bit of money there.
Yep.
But yeah, I know Sony had moved Ghostbusters and Morbius to March, like back-to-back weekends.
March of next year?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was kind of the one I was like, would they put it on demand or would they pull it?
Isn't March the dumping grounds for movies they don't give a shit about?
Well, I think Easter's early next year.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
So I think they kind of want like that spring break Easter type crowd to go see it. Because, yeah, it used to be anything January to March. you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. We made it. Hopefully you watch it.
Yeah. Even though it's losing thousands of dollars.
Well, you know, that's on them, right?
That's a tax write-off.
I know. I'm like, I just want to be in one of those movies, and I don't care if it bombs. Like, let me just be in one and make that money.
Yeah. Make that Marvel money.
Make that
Yeah. Oh, heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems like unless you're like a well-known franchise, you're not making anything.
Yeah.
Unless your budget is like super low.
Yeah.
So I think Invisible Man kind of lucked out before all of this happened.
And don't say anything yet, because I have not seen it yet.
Me either.
Well,
Me either.
Okay,
I
yeah,
probably
see, no
won't.
spoilers.
yeah, I would say Daryl probably won't. Let's be honest.
I will eventually.
Yay, Scumhouse. I mean, Blumhouse.
Be nice.
Hey, we just talked about how they've done. I think that they've helped the horror industry.
They have. I will be honest. They've made some stinkers lately, though.
Oh, they have. They
Yes.
have. I mean, but what company though hasn't?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean,
They're
everyone-
major names in horror now.
Yeah, because they're the kings of the low budget. So
Yeah.
everyone kind of wants to mimic that style.
What they consider low budget.
Well, yeah. What
I know.
you know, some
What,
people
like when-
consider $3,000 low budget. These
I would say
studios are like, here's $5 million. There's your low
I was going to
budget.
say, the majority of the stuff that you watch is from Sub Rosa, Sleazebox, and Extreme Entertainment. Those are gigantic budget movies in comparison.
Yeah. That's what when talking to people or hearing them say indie film, and then I'm like, I look up what it is, and I'm like, damn, to have that budget. Can you imagine how much more we could do with that budget?
This is an indie film. It's in the theaters. No, it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on 3,000 screens. It's not an indie film anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, well, Jojo Rabbit was considered indie, and that one.
That one. What?
That was a really good film,
screenplay?
though.
I still haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
if you haven't, you definitely need to watch it. I
Haven't seen
highly recommend it.
I
I wanted to see two movies last year, and it was Jojo Rabbit and Knives Out.
Knives Out was really good.
Had no desire
Yeah.
to see Knives Out.
What?
When I saw the
Do you not like mystery?
I don't like the director
Oh,
Is it because he ruined Star Wars for you?
because he's shit all over Star Wars.
Okay. So you're one of those Star Wars fans.
I mean, to be fair, George Lucas already did that, but
Yes. you're
George
right.
did it when he sold it.
No, he did it when he made episodes 1 through 3,
That's true.
or the Battle for Endor.
you leave that alone.
See, I can't keep up with. I'm not as big of a Star Wars fan. Like, people think I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Like, I like the original 3.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
although Baby Yoda, the Mandalorian,
Mandalorian is badass.
I appreciate.
Okay, here's
It
the
really is.
everyone. It was all about Mandalorian, and now it's all about Tiger King. And the sad part is, I still haven't watched Mandalorian, but I couldn't stop
What?
watching Tiger King.
Oh, you need to watch it. It's so worth it. It's old school sci-fi where the episodes didn't have to be like you could just watch an episode on its own. It has this background story, but there's still other stuff that goes on to make it seem like you could watch, episode with it out of order. I mean, I would never do that, but that's the way, old school sci-fi was. And I think that's kind of what they're going back towards. And that's a lot of people forget that that's what sci-fi was. Like, look at Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was an overarching story at times, but
But
it was
each one was
still
a
episodic.
self-contained story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So watch it. End of the day,
It is
watch Baby Yoda.
It is on my list. I saw that Rosario Dawson was signed for season 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So just that alone has me watching it.
I'll watch it now. Like after this, you should go watch it.
Just watch it now.
Your next day off work, just sit down for 7.5 hours and watch it.
Yes.
Well, okay. I guess I'll have to. So I guess Thursday will be Mandalorian and the Big Show that just came on Netflix.
Oh, does that? When does that come out? Is that out now?
Yeah, it just came out. So
okay. So
The Big
know
Show.
what
with
I'm going to
Paul
be doing
White?
this weekend?
Maybe it's time to.
Yeah, it looks really bad, but really good.
Yeah, like it has him. It has the guy that was Urkel on Family Matters.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
He's in it. It looks like a really cheesy father sitcom, and I'm probably going to enjoy every moment of it.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous, but I really want to watch it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Maybe it's time to resubscribe to Netflix.
Yes.
Or, use someone else's.
Shh, that's illegal. Oh, wait, no, you can put people on your accounts. So
Yeah.
I guess it's not illegal.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say Netflix
like,
even has like a 4-screen account where you can have 4 screens playing at the same time.
Why do I not know this? I would be booming through stuff like crazy. Have you guys tried that watch party yet?
No.
You could do watch parties now on Netflix. You can invite friends.
I didn't know that they were doing that.
What are some of your favorite movies to watch? Like, what gets you in the mood?
In the mood for what?
Well, I don't know.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
What's your go-to movie? How about that? What's your go-to
for
movies?
love? What are we talking about?
Movies for love. Yes. What's your go-to movies?
Where I'm even the movies where I'm like, I have 1,200 movies, I don't know what to watch. I'm gonna throw this on.
Yeah.
Night of the Demons.
Always a good.
Okay,
choice.
that's damn, I don't know, because it changes so much. Like, you could ask me tomorrow and it'd be completely different. But Gremlins and Trick or Treat are two of my favorite movies. So probably them. Although I don't watch them all the time. Usually I put on like some brain numbing thing. But yeah, I think it would have to be those two, Gremlins and Trick or Treat.
Two more good choices. For me, it was always Return of the Living Dead.
That's a great one too.
And I don't know what, like every time I'm just like, oh, I can't find something I want to watch, I always throw on Bachelor Party. I don't know why. Like, it was always one of my favorite movies growing up. It is like the perfect Tom Hanks movie. And The Burbs.
The Burbs is really good.
Yeah,
Growing up, though, I was always a Disney person, so mine was always Beauty and the Beast. But I grew up in a really conservative household where we weren't allowed to watch the movies, like horror movies and such. So, Gremlins technically was my first horror movie when I was a kid.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to watch Bedknobs and Broomsticks either.
What?
Witchcraft?
Yeah.
But it's Disney.
Witchcraft.
She's a witch.
But it's Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember I was always sneaking up to my parents' bedroom because they had a TV in there. And I would always turn on like Friday 13th or whatever was on. I would just like be under the covers the entire time, like peeking around.
I was allowed to watch whatever I wanted as long as it wasn't porn or Reanimator.
Why not Reanimator?
Oh, because I was told I was disgusting for even wanting to watch Reanimator.
Wow. I wasn't allowed to do a lot, like no Pokemon, because that teaches kids how to control demons. No Harry Potter, but yes to Hellboy, which made no freaking sense to me. Because he specifically says he's the son of Satan.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I tried to have that argument and it didn't go over well. Lord of the Rings, but no Harry Potter.
Yeah, I knew someone like that.
Yeah, because Tolkien. Yeah, so I was a missionary kid, so yeah.
Fun.
Super conservative upbringing.
What is there anything you guys are watching now that other than Mandalorian and Tiger King? Let's put those to the side. Is there anything else you guys watching?
I have been watching a lot of. I own a shitload of Sub Rosa movies that I haven't watched yet, so I've been trying to catch up on some of those, especially since I have 17 more on the way. Because I took advantage of their social distancing sale, where all their Blu-rays were $10, or not all of them, but like all of them that were in the sale were $10 instead of $30. But as far as TV shows, I haven't watched TV since The Mandalorian came out.
And I wasn't even on TV.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a show.
I would say I don't have cable, so but I will say I'm watching Firefly for the first time. I have like 4 episodes left.
Oh, it's such a great show.
Yes, don't say anything, but
such a great show.
I already can tell why people get
angry,
upset that it's
only one season.
It's no longer on the air.
Yeah. Between that and Serenity, which was the movie for it was before its time, but I think they canceled it too soon. I mean, with all the other Star Trek shows and other shows by Fox that kept getting canceled and then brought back and canceled again.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
It's been canceled like 4 times.
Yep.
Or have episodes out of order.
Yeah.
Daryl,
yes.
You have a segment you want to do every week for this show.
Yeah.
What is your segment? Give us an insight into it.
I want to call it Midnight Movie Madness. It's going to be a spotlight each week on a micro budget film that I think deserves more recognition than it gets, because it essentially would get pretty much none.
Okay.
So for this week, I have chosen Richard Mogg's movie, Massage Parlor of Death.
I have seen it.
You have seen it.
That's an awesome name.
It was it's on Prime. Yes.
Is it really?
I think so.
Okay, I have it on DVD, so I didn't know it was on Prime.
Yeah, it's on one. It's on Prime or Tubi. It's on one of them.
Okay.
Because that's how I saw it.
But the movie has a $50 budget, and it's basically he's a filmmaker, so he had props around already. And he made a movie about a massage parlor where people get sacrificed, and it's super low budget. It was shot on high definition, but then mastered on a used VHS tape to give it the shot on video feel.
Wow.
All right.
So yeah, the DVD's like $10 at Sub Rosa Studios. So you guys, or you said it's streaming on either Tubi or Prime. So guys, check it out.
Yeah, but then I don't remember it being that long either.
Oh, the movie? No, it's like, I want to say it's about 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's like under
it's
an
less.
hour.
It's under an hour. Yeah.
All right, good deal. So I guess that will lead us into our first movie we're going to discuss. It is quite an interesting one, to say the least. I would say it's acquired taste.
Oh, definitely.
That's fair.
And you probably shouldn't be watching it with your parents.
And definitely not your kids.
Definitely not your kids.
Yeah, I don't think that would go over well.
So our first movie is the completely whacked out of its mind Bunny the Killer Thing. The synopsis for this movie: a group of people get stuck at a cabin when they are attacked by a creature that is half human, half rabbit. So I think all of us love a good creature feature movie. This one kind of pushed boundaries to where I never thought I would see.
Yeah, no shit, honey!
Well, and it just starts. That movie just goes.
It really
just
does.
right
just
out of
like,
the gate.
Within 2
I know.
minutes,
I was
someone's had
like,
their
I
head
don't know what's
blown
going
off.
on.
Within 2 minutes, someone's had their head blown off. It's fucking crazy. Brian, you know what the budget of the film was?
I know. I don't know how the conversion works.
Okay, the budget was €1 million approximately.
Approximately.
Did you see what the box office take for it was?
Wasn't even that.
It was 11,082 euros.
Wow.
So it lost a shitload of money.
Yeah, I'm guessing
I
it
mean,
was only. I mean, this was from 2015, and it's a Finnish movie.
Right.
So I'm willing to bet it was only shown in Finland.
Oh
If
yeah.
I had to guess.
Yeah, it was only shown in Finland.
So I mean, now because of all the technology we have, here's another one. You can watch it on Prime, or if you really want to, there is an X-rated version on Blu-ray out there, which takes it even further.
I was saying the blue, I think, is hard to get a hold of.
Yes, it is extremely hard to get a hold of now.
Yeah, there's actually 2 different Blu-rays. There's the version that Bryan and I have, which is a 3-disc that has the Blu-ray, DVD, and the soundtrack. And that one's extremely hard to get. There was only 1,000 individually numbered copies. And then there's a regular Blu-ray edition that's out of print.
Yeah, because I think we were looking it up when watching the movie. Because I did want to see the unrated one, but yeah, unfortunately, Prime is not for that.
Probably because of FCC or something like that.
The one on Prime is actually only about 30 seconds shorter.
Yeah, I would say I don't think there's much difference. I think
there's not a lot of difference between.
They probably just trimmed some of the blood, if I had to guess.
Or some of the we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So I didn't even know about this movie until Daryl told me about it. I think this was now 2 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
So how did you even know about this movie?
Actually, Conrad told me about it.
Oh, of course he did.
So I was like, okay, I got to get this because I love limited editions like that anyways. And then I saw the trailer. I was like, oh my God, I have to get this. I bought it. I watched it. I was like, Bryan, you got to check this shit out, man.
Yeah, and I literally found it on Prime that day. Yeah. I'm like, all right, let's do this. And I just remember texting you like, what the hell do you have me watching?
That's okay. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was asking the whole time. I was like, what did these two get me into watching this movie? Because it does start like right away. You're just like, oh, okay then. And you kind of just accept that awkwardness throughout the whole thing.
And we're so happy that you decided to still go through with this with us.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. It was
been like, you know what? If this is what we're starting with, I'm out.
I mean, you got to throw that curveball right there in the beginning. People don't expect it. But yeah, it definitely was. I don't know what I expected, but this is definitely not it. But in a good way.
That's a fair reaction.
Well, I would say, I guess we should say, while we're recording this, we're a little under a week away from Easter. So in a way, it makes sense because it involves a rabbit.
Right. So it is therefore our Easter movie.
It is our Easter movie.
I'm not going to lie. I thought it was an Easter movie. So thanks both of you for ruining that when I was excited to watch an Easter movie.
Well, I was like, because I was talking to him, like thinking it over, like, well, I mean, we could do like typical Easter, type movies. Or I'm like, screw that. Let's go with a horror movie. So I'm like pulling it through, and it essentially came down to this or Critters 2. And this was the one that was screaming.
Different.
Yes, very different movies, but they're both Easter. So
this is Easter only because it has a fucking rabbit in it.
That's pretty much it. And you know what? It may still snow somewhere in April in some place. So,
like in Finland.
Yeah.
Finland. Yeah, exactly.
So it could be an Easter movie,
possibly.
I didn't realize that this movie was a short first, and it got turned into what it is.
I had no idea on that.
Yeah, it was a 15-minute short originally.
Please tell me who was like, hey guys, this is great. Oh, look, this short is great. Let's go ahead and make a feature-length film that's just going to confuse the hell out of people.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, like I love this movie, but sometimes I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
No, none. And how many times the word pussy is yelled in some form or another.
Right out of the gate.
Right out the gate.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
So, yes,
living up to...
You'll hear a lot of fresh pussy. You'll see a lot of helicopter dick swinging.
Gigantic helicopter dick swinging.
Yeah.
Gigantic.
A gigantic helicopter dick swinging rabbit.
Pretty much.
You just don't see that.
Unless you watch Bunny.
Unless you watch Bunny.
I really, who sat down one day and said, let's write this? This is great. But you know what? It was an interesting ride, and I liked it.
I was when I was doing research, I found that all the characters in the movie were specifically written for those roles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
that's when you
made it easier.
Yeah, that's when you gather your friends and you're like, hey guys, got this great idea. Picture this.
What we're going to do is we're going to get you really fucking drunk and really fucking high, and we're going to make this movie, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the only way someone would say yes.
Because, I mean, how did they convince the producers to let them do it?
Well, for that budget, like, can I have that much
Bryan,
money?
This movie was mostly financed by the Finnish Film Commission.
Our countries are so different. Like, that would not go over. Like, the film commission here would be like, no.
Yeah.
Just no.
It wouldn't even get script stages. They're like, no.
Well,
no.
Yeah, and it's not even.
Be like, I have this great idea, guys. No.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it's not even like, our country is fine with the gore. It's the nudity.
Yeah.
God forbid a giant dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
especially if it's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, our rating system is very unusual. The fact that you could have all the naked women in the world, but all right, rated R. But God forbid you have, male genitalia on the screen for more than 15 seconds.
NC-17.
NC-17.
Yep. Did this one have a rating for here, or was it pretty much just only released there?
No, it was only released there, so I mean, here is pretty much, I believe it's just unrated.
Yeah, here it's just unrated because
sense.
it never got released.
But if it was rated here, I guarantee it would have been an NC-17.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't think it would have been released.
Well, I don't know. Prime has it, so
yeah,
they're pretty picky.
Prime doesn't care.
That's not true.
But they do. They're actually really picky with their stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of sleazy stuff on there.
Let me ask you this. Have you seen anything from the sleaze box on there?
Hey.
You won't. They won't take it.
They're like, no.
Nope.
There's too much skin.
All right. Well, maybe trim down stuff they'll take.
I mean, this one did go in as still as... I actually didn't even say the rating now that I think about it, because I looked for the rating to see what it was, and they didn't have it. So yeah, I guess it is unrated for here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you get away more leniently if you just release it unrated, because then you don't have to deal with theaters and everyone trying to censor you.
Yeah.
So
don't have to worry about the MPAA saying, no, you can't have this, can't have this. You need to cut this scene out, this scene out.
So do you think the film worked well? The fact that it's only essentially 4 set pieces, right? I mean, you had the giant garage that was like the laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the main cabin, the garage from the cabin, and then you had the sauna, which was a real working sauna where they were staying at.
Right. And they would use it on their off time.
Yeah, which, I mean, during the winter you would have to.
Yeah.
Freezing. Also, you forgot the amazing store. Like that scene was so awkward.
Yeah.
I loved
the
the
grocery store?
long. Yeah, I absolutely loved that scene. I think because I'm a really big fan of long, awkward shots in movies, like where it makes the viewer really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because they'll do that to emphasize things in like theaters. So with that, I don't know why I gravitated towards that a lot. I really, really liked that scene. So it's creepy.
Do you guys have a favorite character from the movie?
Mr. Black and Mr. White.
Yes.
Yeah, I like them.
Mr. Black and Mr. White. I think the characters had amazing chemistry.
Yeah, like when they first like say Mr. Black, it gets like very tense. He's like, oh, he just fucked up.
He's like, "Are you looking for trouble? Not right now, no."
Yeah, I almost felt bad for him because he didn't mean anything negative about it.
No, he was just completely hammered.
And well, I think he just didn't know or understand the social
context.
Because his character was a little off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree that I really like them and the bunny, of course, and all the girls. You know, all the girls.
All the girls.
Yeah.
I gotta say I forgot her name, but the really creepy chick.
Oh, the rapey one?
The rapey one.
Yeah.
Completely like stage 5 clinger.
Yeah.
But then you also had their one friend that was like stealing underwear and sniffing it in the closet and
masturbating.
Oh, like it. That kid? Yeah. I don't understand how old he was supposed to be.
He looked like he was about 15, but they act like he was 12.
Yeah. I don't think he was. Yeah, like I don't know. Because they didn't explain anything. Like they didn't set up those characters at all.
Right.
They're just like, yeah, just accept it.
We're just going to refer to her as creepy chick. It was pretty much, she was in love with her friend Sarah.
Right.
And Sarah was in love with one of the British guys that were, were they supposed to be bank robbers then in the movie? Like, what were they even supposed to be?
Well, if I say what they're supposed to be, then I'm spoiling it for anybody that hasn't seen it.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if they haven't seen it, they're either not interested or they're just not stoned enough.
Or they just don't know about it. I mean, we're here to make people aware. I know I'm here to make people aware of movies they don't know of.
Nina, by the way.
Nina.
There we go. I just looked it up. I was like, I think it's Nina, but I don't want to be wrong, and it is Nina.
All right. Well, creepy chick is now Nina, but
I approved of her, except for her creepy, rapey thing.
Creepy rapiness, where she has to wait for her friend to get completely drunk, so drunk that she's puking, but then also trying to have, get sex at the same time, which was hilarious.
Come on, we've all been there.
we have all been there.
Okay, wait, but please explain to me, like, why is it okay in this movie to kiss someone after they've thrown up?
Oh, it's not.
Oh, you don't.
That is the most disgusting thing.
I've never been that drunk.
Oh, I've been drunk to where I was getting sick, but I would never turn around and be like, kiss me.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've never been so drunk to where I would kiss someone that just threw up.
Yeah. So gross. And two people, like that, the dude and then her friend, like,
right.
It was gross. Yeah, that whole scene though, was probably the darkest part of the whole movie, which is weird to say.
That's weird. Yeah, that's weird to say.
Yeah,
in a movie
for this
like
movie,
this.
it's definitely weird. But then it was weirder than with Nina and the boy, to where they're just like sitting on the bed, and
that whole thing.
And she's like, "I kissed you. You feel my boob. You're now a man. You tell anyone, you're no longer a man." I'm just like, wait, what?
And you're a liar.
And you're a liar.
Yeah.
Like there was something seriously messed up with her. I mean, she killed that poor, adorable CGI squirrel.
And the puppet squirrel too.
Yeah. Yeah, she did with the little cap.
Yeah.
Because she littered.
Was it? She had something seriously psychologically wrong with her.
Yeah, she was. All these characters were like this weird, random group of people. I feel like we still don't know anything about them.
Oh, we know nothing whatsoever.
I really liked the characters, but yeah, they were definitely an odd bunch.
Yeah. It's almost like it's almost like in Night of the Demons, where it's a group of people that would never actually hang out together.
Exactly. They just so happened to be in the same place.
Right. But they all went there together, like in Night of the Demons.
Yeah. Like Mr. White and his friend did not match the rest of the group
No,
at all.
not even a little bit.
Nope.
No. On a side note, I really want to know what that clothing company was. Like, I want the shirt and the underwear. Like,
And then when he asked
I
me to
need
do
them.
more clothes, I could do something with wieners.
yeah, I need these clothes. I mean, I would wear both of them.
So you just want the clothes with the vaginas on.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll also wear ones with dicks on them too. I want to know though, like if they actually. I need to find this out. I need to find out if they actually got it from a clothing company or if they had it made, because it didn't look like it was like cheaply made, but it was definitely handmade.
Well, they had $1 million budget. It could have been expensive to make.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to find out where the shirt was from.
This seems like a good Google trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole movie
Could
is
have sent me down a really weird hole though.
A rabbit hole?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the blood and gore in this movie. Because really, without the blood and gore, I don't think the movie would have worked.
No.
Lots of great blood spray, lots of great gore.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just talk about Yuri, who had the vagina shirt and underwear. At one point, he just strips him off to get away from the rabbit, only to get hit with a cop car. And you got the windshield wipers just going back and forth.
Thing.
His dick goes through the fucking windshield.
Yeah.
But
And they just watch. Like it just is this once again one of those long awkward holds.
Yep.
Where you're just like, oh my god.
But then you had the beer can that was pretty much potato gunned into the guy's neck.
Right.
Which that was probably the best special effects in the movie.
That weapon was cool though. Like I want that weapon.
A cannon.
Yeah, he just MacGyvered that shit.
Yep.
Who knew that he would know how to make all of that?
I was like, you wouldn't think it would be possible. Especially since it was pretty much just 2x4s, right? That was in that room. And then he somehow came out with the cannon.
Pretty much.
Hey, MacGyver can make a nuclear bomb out of a matchbook and a fucking paperclip, okay?
That is true.
MacGyver can make anything from anything.
Yep.
The ultimate alchemist.
You had the one spot with the eyeball to where, first of all, no eyeball would be hanging that low. I'll say it right now. But the fact that he took it and swung it around the guy's neck to pull him in closer.
Okay, but
You're trying to rationalize a movie with a giant bunny dude.
I know.
That was my argument. I was going to say,
but it was great blood effects.
With a gigantic dick,
swinging
helicopter
around.
Swinging it, and you're
can't
suspend your disbelief for an eyeball.
And that's where I drew the line. Was the eyeball. Not the fact that there was, another area of bestiality or any of that, but it was the eyeball that was way too low.
Well, I mean, who knows what kind of realm they lived in? They lived in a realm where a giant bunny thing could be made.
Right.
So maybe there's maybe they have weird body mutations and they just don't like to show them off unless need be. Hence that one scene with the eyeball. Just trying to rationalize it there for you.
There is no rationalizing it.
No,
They just needed a cool effect for the time. That was
Yeah.
it.
pretty much.
Is there any quotes that you absolutely love from the movie? Because half of it's in well, I'd say 80% of it's in English. The other half is Finnish, but it gives you the English subtitles to where you read them, and most of them are quite hilarious.
Right.
Yeah, because they're not right.
Yeah,
Which is like sometimes you'll hear them say so, even because they'll say it in English and all the subtitles will still be there, and they don't always match up.
Yeah, and I was watching the Blu-ray and with the subtitles on, and some of you can tell that like the person that did the subtitles, English is not their first language.
probably whoever wrote it.
It was very all your base are belong to us.
All your base are belong to us.
Pretty much. But with that though, still, when he is so excited about the shirt that she made, and he looks at, it was his girlfriend, wasn't it, that he had turned to? And he was talking about the shirt and how amazing it was, and then leans over and whispers, what was it? Like, it's got some pretty nice underwear from the clothing line. I'm like, why would we need to know that?
Right.
And later it is all explained.
Yes.
Yes.
But for some reason that line, I guess in that moment, made me laugh really hard because I was like, what guy turns to somebody and goes, they make really nice underwear?
I think as awful as the scene was, mine was probably still Nina saying, okay, I kissed you. You felt my boob. Now you're a man.
Yeah.
Mine, and this is going to sound fucking terrible, but he's been in the whole movie saying yelling pussy and fresh pussy. How about the time where he goes dirty pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what the girl had STDs, right?
Yes.
That's why she was wearing the mask and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the blood just went like everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, the gore in this definitely was a fun ride. But I think you're right. If it wasn't as exaggerated as it was, I don't think it would have worked.
Well, obviously, how it ended, you see the girl rabbits and close up of their areas. Do you think that they had a planned to do a sequel, and for one reason or another, it just never happened?
Because it didn't make any money.
Because it didn't make any money, and people probably saw they gave them the money the first time, and they're like, no, absolutely not.
We gave you money for that. Now forget it. You're never getting another cent from us.
Never again.
In fact, now you got to pay us back. Did you guys watch the after credit scene?
Wait, did I miss that?
No, I didn't. I just
Okay.
by the time I finished it, it was already like 1 o'clock. I'm like, all right, time to go to bed.
Dang it! I'll have to go back and see.
Yeah, there's like a
I didn't know
2.5
there
to
was
3
one.
minute long after credit scene.
Damn, how did I miss that?
Probably because you don't
Amazon
expect tried to kick you out.
Well, I
and
don't
say,
expect
watch this
it, yeah.
instead. You don't expect that in that kind of movie either.
Yeah, no. And then, yeah, Amazon does their little countdown.
Yeah.
It wanted me to watch a game show afterwards. I was like, how do you go from that to a game show?
Maybe it's a Finnish game show?
No, what was it?
I don't know. How do you go from a bug's life to human centipede? The world works in mysterious ways.
Because bugs.
Still have not seen that movie, nor do I want to.
I
not
haven't seen a Bug's Life either.
Oh, not A Bug's Life.
Oh, yeah.
Seen A
I've
Bug's
seen,
Life.
I'm saying he's all about human centipede.
Conservative household.
I own the Human Centipede trilogy.
So you're the one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Best $40 I ever spent. Okay, maybe not the best, but it's up there. And I will tell you this, part 2 in color, holy fuck, that's a rough watch.
Yeah, I have to watching like rough movies. Like that one I don't think I could do. There's a couple of them that I will never ever watch again.
I'm going to guess a Serbian film is another.
I've never seen it, nor will I. And then Salo and
Salo,
Eden
yeah.
Lake.
I've not seen Eden Lake.
Eden Lake was a weird one.
I think you would appreciate it, Daryl. I think you would actually like that one.
I probably would. I mean, you're talking about
You
someone
like-
that owns the August Underground trilogy.
Yeah. I think you would like it. And that movie. And then, what was the other one? Just watched one the other day, More Taurus or something like that. It was a really intense movie. And then it changed and was really weird. But that one is probably another one on my list that I wouldn't be able to watch again.
Speaking of rabbits, the bunny game is a rough watch too.
I haven't heard of that one.
That's not for everybody. If you don't want to watch like movies like Slawa, you wouldn't want to watch that either. It's basically 90 minutes of a girl being tortured.
Yeah, from the description, I could see that would be a rough watch too. I can't like that stuff. I'll watch it, but you have to just not tell me what we're watching and put it on.
And like a lot of the stuff you see in the movie actually happens. Like in the movie, she gets branded, and they actually branded the actress.
Dang, they'd have to pay me a shit ton of money to be branded.
And it wasn't a shitload of money
Like
because I think the budget's about $50,000.
Dang, there's no way.
Any final comments on Bunny the Killer Thing, other than go watch it now, just not with your parents or kids in the room?
I do want to say that I actually, the first time I watched it, I hated that they didn't show any kind of transformation from human to bunny. When I rewatched it a couple days ago, before I rewatched it again today,
I would say you kind of see the transformation.
Yeah, you kind of see. I actually like that they do it as like hand drawn animation through the opening credits.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It gave it almost a Disney feel. So I'm looking forward to seeing this on Disney Plus any day now.
Yeah. It'll be there with Walt rolling in his grave.
Yeah.
Or
the deep freezer, whichever one.
I will gladly give them props for the Halloween bunny costume.
Yes.
The modified. Yeah, pretty great.
Modified
with a
Two
John
mouths.
immensely.
Yeah. Yeah, the bunny has two mouths.
Let's give our ratings on this. Our ratings are going to be most do 10 for ratings because it makes it easier. I say screw that. We're going to make ours 5 stars. Or just a 5. It doesn't have to be stars.
Oh, mine will never be stars. It'll always be something.
It will always be something.
I've already got my rating picked for this one.
I'm so
okay,
afraid.
so now I want to hear it.
All right.
Okay, so I am going to give Bunny the Killer Thing 4.5 out of 5 cock swinging rabbits.
That's pretty fair. I think that's
that's amazing.
The bar that we're now. Yeah. So now on that, I have to give my rating in the same manner. So you said cock swinging rabbits.
Cock swinging rabbits.
Do it a 3 cock swinging rabbits.
Okay. I am going to go with 3.5 cock swinging rabbits.
Yeah. You set that bar there. We just had to meet it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't have to always pick the same thing, but yeah, I thought it was perfectly fitting for this movie.
Exactly. Like, I mean, it may change it will change in other things based on the film, but yeah, that I think pretty much describes it.
Yeah.
The whole movie.
Yeah, whole movie. Just
the whole movie
cock
is
swinging
cock swinging rabbit.
Cock swinging and
plus pussy.
Cock swinging, yelling the word pussy, and lots of blood and gore.
Yep.
So essentially, we're telling you to just watch it.
Yeah, watch it.
Is it the best movie? No, it's not. Like we said at the beginning, it's acquired taste. Not everyone is going to like it. Some people may turn it off, but at least give it a shot. Don't be like there's certain people out there that are going to shit on it just to shit on it because other people like them.
I feel attacked.
Well, you should. Oh, just you wait till we get to Halloween Kills if it comes out.
Oh, I hate you so much.
I'm just looking for
the last good Halloween movie was Halloween 3.
That's really nice. It's wrong, but it's really nice.
We'll say that for whenever we do the
Let's
Halloween
do that.
Yeah.
episode. I'm sure eventually we will do all these franchises. So
I'm excited for the next one.
Yes, the next one will be great. We will do that at the end. Every week we will do a hottie of the week. It'll pretty much pertain to actresses that are in the movie itself, which, I won't even say it. There may be times to where Cayt does a hottie of the week where it's a guy. We will switch it up around.
Boy, I hope we don't.
I'm
do
just
the
going to
Greasy
tell you right
Strangler.
now, 9 times out of 10, mine would probably be a girl. So just letting you know now.
All right, well, there we go. So we're on pace. So
Boy, if we're gonna do a hottie of the week, I hope we don't ever do the Greasy Strangler.
Oh, Jesus.
I hate that movie.
Bullshit art test.
Oh wow.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Keep it
Moving on.
Keep it on track. So for week 1, and I am totally going to butcher this name, but Eni Ochukangas, who plays Sarah, is our very first hottie of the week.
That is a very fitting hottie of the week.
It is.
I agree.
So that wraps up our first episode. I hope we didn't bore you. This is kind of new to us. Well, not new to me, but as a group,
New to us 3 working together.
Yes. As a group, this is the first time we've all worked together. I think it worked really well for the movie we had chosen for our first episode. I think we were just drunk.
I want to specify when he says we, he means he, because
yes, I chose it.
I chose it.
I chose it because of Easter, and this was the only one that's streaming. I could have done Critters 2, but it wasn't showing. Oh no, that's a lie. It was streaming. Son of a bitch.
Because if I was picking an Easter movie, I would have picked Peter Rottentail.
Not gonna lie, I don't think it's streaming anywhere, but
I don't think it is.
So he may be alone on that. But our next one, which I know we're all excited about, because the movie is a gem in itself. We're going to be talking about Grandma's Boy.
Motherfucking comedic masterpiece. Woo! Oh, we'll save that for next week.
We're going to save that for next week, because
So excited.
I love the movie so much.
I just watched it last week, and I will watch it again before we talk about it.
I'm definitely going to watch it again. I have to. Until then, we thank you, and good night.
And wash your hands.
Night.
Yeah, wash your filthy hands. I mean, seriously, you just watch Bunny the Killer thing, for God's sakes.
You probably need a shower.
You need to be hosed down.
Hey, that'll all help prevent COVID.
It will.
Saturday night at the movies. Who cares what picture you see?